A crude 18th-century love letter sewn with human hair will be on display at the London Museum B. James Radcliffe, who was hanged in 1716 for sedition against the King of England, is most likely the person whose hair Anna Maria Radcliffe used to embroider the message. Anna Maria Radcliffe sat down to work on some embroidery after her husband was put to death in 1716. But she employed odd equipment. She made use of the bedsheet from his Tower of London cell as material. She also used human hair, possibly taken from his severed head, as thread. Beverly Cook, curator of social history at the Museum of London, described the embroidered bedsheet as an astonishing artifact, which would have taken months or years to construct. The care and devotion testify to Anna's personal devotion and amazing character, determined to preserve her husband's memory long after his death, says the author. James Radcliffe, the 3rd Earl of Derwentwater and wife of Anna Maria, was put to death on February 24, 1716, for his participation in the Jacobite uprising of that year. James and other rebels had attempted, but failed, to restore the Catholic king's son to the throne. James was told to go to the Tower of London and wait to be executed. Anna Maria frequently accompanied James there, but he also wrote her love letters in which he referred to her as his dearest worldly possession, and pushed her to be brave rather than depressed. Publics feared James and Anna Maria Radcliffe had 2 children after getting married in 1712. Cook remarked, noticing that the sheet didn't appear to be overly used and might have just been used during his 4-month stay in the tower, it would be great to imagine that they were resting together beneath this sheet. It's possible that she conceived their daughter at that time, though we can't confirm it. James's heart was transferred to an Augustinian convent after his execution at age 26. His head had been reattached when his body was presented to Anna Maria. Cook pointed out that Anna Maria retained part of her husband's hair in a necklace, and that would have provided her the chance to remove some of it. And we are aware that people took hair in large quantities on a regular basis. Cook also made the assumption that Anna Maria used both James's and her own hair because the hair that was sewed into the bedsheet appeared to be 2 different hues. The sheet is also embellished with flowers, leaves, and a heart-shaped wreath. These accents, in contrast to the love message, are stitched using linen thread. Later, Anna Maria and her kids left the nation and settled in Brussels with the intention of rearing their children as Catholics. Sadly, she passed away from smallpox in 1723. However, Anna Maria's bedsheet that was covered in human hair survived. It was protected for centuries by James's friends and other campaigners before being acquired by the Museum of London in 1934. In the end, the Jacobite movement to reinstate a Catholic to the throne was stifled by the execution of rebels like James Radcliffe, but was not entirely successful. Though the Old Pretender, James Stuart, son of the Catholic King James II and 7th of England and Scotland who had been ousted, was unsuccessful in their attempt to install him on the throne in 1715, his son Charles Edward Stuart led the subsequent Jacobite uprising in 1745. But Stuart also lost in a brutal battle. The bedsheet does indeed symbolize a bloody period in England's past. In October 2022, it will be shown in the Museum of London Docklands Executions exhibition. Other artifacts from England's 700-year history of executions will also be on display, including garments King Charles I wore at his beheading in 1649, a reproduction of the gallows, and letters penned by the doomed.